Welcome back. Currency with a twist, baby. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. It is Christmas night. I hope you and your families all had wonderful Christmas. I hope all the little kiddos got everything they wanted. And I hope everybody ate well and just had a wonderful time, guys. And let's not forget what Christmas is all about. It's all about the spirit of Christmas. It's not about what you get and all that good stuff. Unless you're a kid, then it's all about what you get. Guys, welcome back. Want to jump into it real quick. Don't want to keep you long. We posted a video, or we made a video like 3 days ago with the holidays and everything. I got crazy and it came out today. And I'm glad you guys went and watched it. I've been watching along with you guys. Man, I know I say it every time. I absolutely love all of the commentary that goes on this channel. Look, man, you guys are just throwing punches and discussing stuff, and I love it. You know, I love it because though it gets a little bit heated, just a little bit heated, it's all in good fun, and it's all for the betterment of our knowledge on this investment. And that's why we do this. Not to sell shakes, not to sell, karate information. It's not about that. It's all about us being able to teach each other and help each other to clarify. And there's still a lot of stuff we don't know. But it's okay, because we're here together. Let's start off on a couple things real fast. Did anybody hear Melanie the other night say she's putting a State Department on people? What? You're the State Department? I didn't know she was so high and mighty. I didn't know that. I'm not making fun of her, and I feel bad that she was kicked off for 7 days. Don't know why. Obviously, YouTube thought there was something there they needed to look at. Melanie, I'm sorry that happened to you. I would personally be beside myself if I couldn't get out here to my to my family of people for 7 days. Even though I don't try to charge them for everything. But hey, that's you, and this is me. Some really funny stuff, guys. The one about Militia Man stammering. He's so smart. Why can't he stop stammering? And someone said it's the cats. Oh, I got to take a lot of that. That right there, that was funny. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's not a good public speaker. I don't know. The dude is super smart. You know what I mean? And I love the articles that he brings and stuff like that and how he breaks them down. I'm just not smart enough to understand everything he says. I make no bones about that. You know what I mean? But I do like what Militia Man does. You know what I mean? And the cats, that was just hilarious. I can't lie. Hey, Keith McKnight, you had asked about taxes. You hear some people say stuff about taxes. You hear others say there will be no taxes. Let me just say this. I was told probably 2012 or 13, somewhere in there, by a guy. I'm not going to say he was a 1%er. I'm not going to say he was that wealthy. But the dude had money. Dude was very, very wealthy. And somehow I brought up the dinar to him way back then. You know what I mean? About, hey, what do you think about the Iraqi dinar? I was all excited about it, hoping TNT Tony told me it was going to go off this weekend, and I just wanted to know what a really rich fella had to say about it. And of course, he wasn't invested in dinar back then. This guy said, I'm not invested in dinar. He did a bunch of other stuff, but he did say that 1%er investments, the type of investing that a 1%er does, typically they look for things where taxes are minimal, or how they can roll them and stuff like that into other things. Not like a 1041, I imagine, because that has to do with what land and trust and all those different. There's a bunch of breakdowns on what a 1041 truly is, but he was talking about what he would do is the currency investing that he did on top of Forex was the one he had named out to me was the South African Rand back then. And what he said he would do with the Rand is he would wait for it to come down, and he'd spend about 100,000 US dollars. He'd buy 1 million South African Rands at this time. And then he would wait. He would hold it for a quarter, he said quarters. He was talking every quarter. He would sell it when it shot back up, and he at the end of the quarter roughly, and he would make about $60,000 but he would exchange it. And he said that was the key to this. He was exchanging it, and he wasn't paying any type of taxes, is what he alluded to me. Now this is 2000. This is a while back. I'm not trying to give bad information, but I remember this conversation, and that's kind of what he told me. I don't talk about it often because, like you see, it's not real clear in my head. So I don't know if there's going to be taxes, Keith. I don't know. This guy was explaining to me that he wasn't paying taxes on his exchanges, which doesn't make sense to me because he's profiting. What he did say is if there is taxable profits on an investment, he would roll it into something else to try to minimize his tax burden. So whether he was rolling those proceeds into something else, or if he didn't get in depth, maybe he had a trust that he was doing these investments through, or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm not the one to answer the tax part of it. There's a lot of people on here giving good information that it's not taxable. There's some saying that it most certainly is taxable. I think these are one of these things, Keith, that we're going to have to just ride this thing out to the end. And then we're going to have to just see it for what it is. We'll know when all the smoke settles who was right, who was wrong, where it all falls, okay? I know that didn't help you much. I apologize. I would love to have that answer for you. But, man, if I told you one way or the other, I'd be lying to you. And that I won't do. Unapologetic Woody. He's talking about Kuwait's value compared to Iraq's and how such a small country by comparison could be worth so much more. And I agree. 100%. I don't see it. And I don't think it's going to stay that way much longer. I don't think it will. Now, I'm not saying I think that the rate's going to jump out and be a high rate because I don't know. I've been the guy that said, I could very easily see it coming out, at 10 cents, 22 cents, and then floating its way up on the Forex because I don't think it would take long. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, the instability and it could hurt it. True, it could. Anything's possible, but I could just see it. I could also see it coming dollar for dollar and then floating up. Absolutely. I could see that. So I'm all over the board. But that's what makes me like you guys. Because I don't have a contact in Iraq. And I don't know anybody at the CBI. You know what I mean? And my brother-in-law don't work for the U.S. Treasury. So, and I'll tell you this, the family members that are in the military in our family that have been to Iraq and that have, still in the military, they don't know either. They don't know either. Trust me, I've talked to them. They don't. Let's see. I want to shout out to Robert Dills. Joe Dinarian, got your message. We'll reach out to you. There's a couple other ones, guys. I just love all the comments. I say that every time. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing it. But there's a lot of good stuff out here. Somebody was talking about pet food diet. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani to reduce the dollar exchange rate to its official price, 1320 dinars. Remove 3 zeros, and that will be $1.32 dinar, or 132 dinar. Jen Spencer. Jen, love it. You're always here in the mix, Jen, and you always got good information. Zeros are taken from the other side of the rate, if someone can explain that. Let's see. Keith McKnight. I'll gladly take $1.32. Hell yeah, so would I. Let's see. Eric Rosado. That's what I believe. It's as easy as moving the decimal point 3 spots makes for easy math. Plus, the Iraqis are used to the dollar, so it has to be similar to that to start. It's purchasing power for Iraq and more dollars for us, totally different for both sides. You guys go back and forth about what it would be and all that. This is great. This is great information. You know what I mean? Somewhere, you guys are probably all right in some... I'm not going to step in the middle of it. That's for damn sure. Let's see here. Jeffrey Parker, it has to come out at a 1-to-1 just to complete and build their country. David Willie, that is not true at all. And Jeff says, I rest my case. Let's see here. Joe Healy, if they reinstated it, it would be in the 320s. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Mr. Chris Manning, hadn't seen you in a while, bud. Glad you're back. The IRS doesn't recognize currency as a long-term capital investment. Research it for yourself. There will be no long-term capital gains taxes. It will be taxed normally. Kay Brown said, what is considered normal? And Chris Manning said, whatever your tax rate is. And Jen Erwin, you are referring to ordinary income. Exchanging currency is the furthest thing from ordinary income. Look up ordinary income on the IRS website. It is from labor, etc. Wow, that's good. That's good. That is really good. Let's see here. Yep, there's just so much of it rolling and scrolling here, guys. People talking about the Zim and stuff like that. You know, guys, I, for one, it's just my opinion, personal belief. I feel like the Zim one day has a shot. Now, whether it's the Zim that I hold, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like Zimbabwe's best days are in front of them. They're not behind them. As long as they can not get in front of themselves. You know, Zimbabwe has a bad way of self-sabotaging. You know, they trip themselves up because they just can't handle it. I don't know. They just seem to screw the pooch every time. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? R. Smith, if Militiaman is so smart, then why can't he recognize and correct his insufferable stammering? And Keith McKnight says, it's the cats. Oh, David Willie, if you are so smart, why did you use can't improperly? Oh, man. I love it, guys. You guys crack me up, man. Let's see. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Ron Raleigh, this is a very interesting channel and everyone has concerns. I used to listen to Lindsey Williams. He warned us about all paper currencies will be worthless and the best way to hedge this financial crisis was gold and silver. Guys, I like gold and silver. I think gold and silver is solid. But you know how long I've been hearing that silver was going to take a huge jump? Like close to gold jump? I'm not saying it never will. But for how long have we been hearing silver is going to just skyrocket? Hell, silver seems like the other dinar to me. But I'm not saying don't get it. I, for one, believe in it. So, yes. Let's see. Jeff's love this site. Thank you for being real. Always going to be real, brother. Always. Let's see here. So, Steph Jones. So, according to Militiaman, the Iraq budget does not work at 1310, and they have to change it. Well, U.S. budget does not work at USD, whatever rate it is. What do you want to compare it to? We should change it. So easy. U.S. budget problems fixed. Hell, all countries should change their currency rate to fix their budget. Like you calling out the grifters, and until we get results, they are all grifters and continue to be grifters, taking advantage of people. All right, very well put. Very well put. Golden Arrow, Kentucky in the house. Love it, Kentucky. Love it. Let's see. Marty, 674. All oil contracts are done in dollars. Somebody better tell Saudi. Janelle Wynn said, and the UAE and Russia. That's good stuff. Let's see. Guys, real quick before we get back to that, did anybody happen to see, this one, it just irritates me. This is one of the reasons why I got into this thing. This guy, Online Fayaz, he comes out and, he summarizes everybody's stuff. But his descriptions to get you to click are kind of what really irritate me. This dude put out Central Bank of Iraq and Prime Minister al-Sudani announced. And it's got Iraqi dinar went to 0.01. Yeah, he's saying it's worth 1 cent. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that it's worth 1 cent. He put this out, I think, 2 days ago. Yeah, he put it out, I think, on the night before Christmas Eve. It might have been on Christmas Eve. It might have been last night, yesterday, you know. And I got people calling me, hey, did you see this post? And they got all this stuff out there. And how do you know? There's so many good things going on right now. Iraq is telling us so many things that are about to change with their currency exchange rate. How do you know? But I tell you, it's those type of things that get you to click and go see what's going on. And then he didn't speak nothing about it in the video. Nowhere in the video did he talk about that exchange rate. It was just a bunch of stuff that we've already heard. It's all he does is regurgitate everything that every guru puts out. Oh my God, that stuff irritates me. Irritates me to no end because there's no real substance in there. He put that on there because he got me excited. I'm going to go click and read what he's talking about. And it ain't there. It ain't there. Nothing about what he said in his description is there. And that is BS in my opinion. That's how this guy gets 78,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And for what reason? Dude's not even legit. Gee whiz, man. I tell you, that stuff irritates the crap out of me. Guys, I'm not going to take up much of your time tonight. I just wanted to come and say Merry Christmas. Hoping and praying that we see something come out of Iraq here in the next few hours, next few days, next few weeks. Someone had said something, Thomas Daughtery. According to Bull Pony, it should go Wednesday. That would be good. All right. Well, I'm hoping so. I'm definitely hoping that it goes Wednesday. A lot of stuff about Militia Man. Somebody had asked, who is Kyle? Is Carl speaking of the Q idiot? No, this guy's not part of Q. Kyle is some financial guy that has been out here running his mouth, talking about Dinarians and how retarded we are, how it's a crappy investment and all this good stuff. But Pimpy did that little thing with him, you know, and I don't remember where Kyle's platform is, nor would I want to plug it on my channel because I don't like the guy. Not that I don't like him. Let me back up. I don't know him, so I can't say I don't like him. I just don't like how arrogant he is. He comes across as a real big prick to me. You know what I mean? I just don't like him. I don't like arrogance. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? You just want to choke the shit out of him, you know? And he don't even have his facts right. God, you can tell he's educated, but he just doesn't have his facts right. Kenneth Paul, Clark is smoking dope in his source too. Who the hell is Clark? What did I miss? A lot of you guys are on here talking about the Pandora Papers. Please, let's get some more conversation about these Pandora Papers. I would like to hear more about it. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot about it. I've heard about it, but nobody ever really goes in depth. And the only time I heard someone talk about it, they were like, oh, it's crap. I'm not even going to waste my time on it. So if you would, please, guys, let's hear more about these Pandora Papers. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Jen Wynn, Chris Manning, everybody. Let me hear what you got to say about these Pandora Papers, guys. Let's see where your heads are at. Guys, I appreciate you very much. As you see, the channel is growing. I thank you. Please continue to help us. Spread us around. Send us to your friends. Send us to your family. Send us to your non-believing friends that think this is crap. Those are going to be the guys I like to take out for dinner when this does happen. All the non-believers. I'll take them all down to Longhorns or something, you know what I mean? And buy them dinner with my proceeds. No, I'm just kidding. I won't put it in their face. I won't do any of that. But I wish I could just, you know, show them the path of least resistance, guys. Anyway, hey, Merry Christmas. Currency with a Twist loves all you guys. And we thank you for everything. We're looking forward to getting into 2024. And guys, just know when this thing pops off, we ain't going away. Someone had mentioned that once this goes off, Mark Z's taking his $10 million dinar and he's skating and we'll never see him again. I don't know. But I tell you this, I'm going to be here and we're going to be talking about the next investments coming our way. We're going to be talking about all the great things we can do with our money and what we are doing and who we're helping. And, oh, you know, the list goes on. All right. Hey, God bless you. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you soon.